If music.
For the generations that know their music.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to episode 6 of If There Were Music, the alternative new wave podcast, coming at you with some of the best songs that you haven't heard yet. Anyway, who have I got lined up today for you? Let me have a look. I've got Search Tramp, Left Hand Black, Lonesome Artisans, The Pumpers, Bloodwebb, Superhooch, The Lightweights, Squid, and Hands Off Gretel. Right, that's a great little thing, but I'm going to be kicking off with a band bringing you a little bit of the blues. It comes from the Low Down Ways album that came out in May 2019, and it's a fantastic New York trio called Daddy Longlegs. Song called Pink Lemonade. Here we go. Yay, there you go, Daddy Longlegs opening the show for us. Right, what else have we got coming up? Well, as you know, I like a little theme and I want some messages coming through. And today, as I mentioned on the last one, I was quite taken with some of the bizarre things you can purchase on the internet, specifically the company Wish. Now, I'm not just singling them out. I know you can get bizarre stuff from all sorts of places on the internet, but some of the stuff is fantastic. Absolutely amazing. And some of the messages you send me, like, back that one up. I mean, what sort of thing are we looking at here? Well, I looked at a couple of pictures, and it's a shame, really, I can't show you the pictures because it makes it all the more funny, so I'm just going to have to try and describe them. But this is one I really like. Giant inflatable pig trotter cushions. Yes. Now, on the picture, there's this really comfortable-looking woman, and she's lying there, snuggled up to her inflatable pig trotter cushion that takes up like most of the bed. It almost looks like she's sleeping up with a blow-up inflatable pig trotter. Whatever turns you on, love. But at the end of the day, when you actually look at it, it says 50 centimetres by 20 centimetres. There's nothing giant about 50 by 20 centimetres, really. Not when this other picture, unless she was very, very, very little in the picture. I don't think so. But anyway, you can get them. Other thing along the same thing, fried egg pillows. Yes, fried egg pillows. I think that's really good as well, because when I'm going to bed at night, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? What would make me more comfortable? I've got my duvet, I've got my mattress, I've got my memory foam on top of it. If only I had a fried egg pillow. And now I know I can get one, because I don't know where these things have been all my life. Another one that I really do think, and this is the weird thing, the more I look at these things, the more you think, what the hell is this? And then you actually start wondering, I wonder, could I actually use that? I could use that, couldn't I? And this one is a sort of like a soft, cuddly frog's head toilet roll dispenser. Oh, I like that. Yeah, you've got it up there, and this thing, it looks bizarre, and when you pull the toilet, it looks like it is puking toilet roll. Yes, so you're sitting there, doing whatever you've been doing, and at the end of the day, there you go, you've got your cuddly frog head that is going to puke up toilet roll for you. Who doesn't need one of them? Who doesn't need one of them? And one of the others, and this is actually like a really good one, I really like this, it's a silver-plated coin. I'm not quite sure what the price of this one, because I kind of lost the picture somewhere, which is a shame. I got this silver-plated coin, and it's great because it is of a dog taking a crap. Now, coins are great because they kind of like, they immortalise and they help you remember all sorts of fantastic and special events. And one of these is quite clearly maybe the first time you ever took your dog for a walk and he took a crap. So what do you think to yourself? I don't want to forget this. It's like your kid's first steps, isn't it? Or, you know, when your granny give you that thing that, like, she'd always wanted to give to somebody in the family and you got it. So the first time you took your dog out and it takes a dump, you think, I'm going to mark this occasion with a silver-plated coin. Yes, that's exactly what you think. There you go. Right, moving on. And we have coming up another song by Search Tramp. I say another song. I played Escalator a couple of episodes ago from the Assume the Position EP, which is great and available from Bandcamp. And I've got another track from that because it's a great EP. There's a couple that are going to be really good. Just to remind you, they describe themselves as a sort of sci-fi garage bunch of punk rockers. Their band interests, I had a look at this, are people, love and nature. Oh, that is fantastic. People, love and nature. Well, you can't go wrong with them three. Their personal interests are Pickled Onion Monster Munch. Now, there you go. That was on their Facebook page. Pickled Onion Monster Munch. Maybe a little bit more selfish than people, love or nature, but at least it's crunchy and it's absolutely delicious. So here we go. From the Assume the Position EP, Strip Search Tramp and Dharma Karma.
Complete control over someone. Total control.
Charmer, we'll snap away at your dancing feet.
The best music you've never heard.
Yeah, there you go, and great vocals by the singer Spacey Tracy there, and which is a great link because it's going to take me on to the little subject I want to mention now. Like a lot of other bands, there's some great girl singers out there, and it goes right back to the early days of punk, where you had Debbie Harry, Joan Jett, Susie Polystyrene, there was the Slits, Pauline Murray, Patti Smith, etc., etc., etc. Now, why should we really bother have to mention it? Well, we don't really, but what it was is, and this is the topic that I'm bringing up, is the fact that punk to me was a bit of an equaliser. And what do I mean by that? I mean that previous to punk, and I'm not just talking about the bands, I'm talking about the kind of like the social life that went with it. Really, and probably a reflection on the societies at the time, but females at the time were kind of secondary to the lads. So you had modettes, think Quadrophenia, you had the Teddy Girls, but at the end of the day, the lads were always in the forefront. I mean, and when punk come out, I mean, we were still talking about an era, I know it's hard to believe now, but we were still talking about an era where there was pubs and clubs that would not serve women a pint. They would serve them a half. It was just acceptable. Even if they did serve them, you were looked at, frowned upon. Yes, very, very frowned upon. So now you've got all these like great bands and things like that, and these girls are way up there, doing absolutely fantastic. And so it should be. So here's me being a little bit serious for a change. Don't worry, we'll be going back to the mirth and merriment soon. Because I want you to see if you agree with me or not. So send me messages for the next episode. Girls and punk. Was punk the great equaliser? Was it the first youth or subculture where the boys and the girls were absolutely equal and the girls were not just second place to the lads? I like to think it was. I really do like to think that. Anyway, I'm going to move on from a bit of sci-fi to a little bit of horror punk. And this time it's from a band called Left Hand Black. They're from Sweden. In actual fact, they hail from Gothenburg. They the origins of this band in a band that I remember a few years ago called The Dead Next Door. This single was released in March this year and it's called Murder on My Mind. See what you think. So Caroline has messaged me and she says, I collect screenshots of Wish items. I have hundreds and here's some of them. You collect... So she collects screenshots of Wish items. Okay, I kind of like... They are funny. They are funny. I've got to give it that. So anyway, here's a couple of examples. Right, and here's one that she sent me, and it is of... Oh, this is brilliant. Famous actor Nicolas Cage, 3D print jogging pants, men or women's, unisex. So, and this is great. They actually are about a whopping 30 big pair of jogging pants, and what have you got on them? All over them. big pictures of Nicolas Cage. Can you just imagine going running in that? I mean, have you ever seen anybody running around in that? Well, I certainly haven't, because I'll tell you what, I'd just stop and laugh. You would stop and laugh, wouldn't you? Who gets them? Okay, and here's another picture she showed. Oh, I like this. A 4-piece adjustable cat gloves or anti-scratching boots kit. Yes. So are they gloves or boots? Hard to tell. They've got 4 feet. They haven't really got hands, have they? But this is a good idea. I get this. Sometimes you're going to have a situation where you don't want your cat to scratch. But what gets me, when you actually look at the picture, is they've actually got screw clip fastenings. Now, it's got a picture of this cat, and there it is sitting there with these stupid glove things on. And it really looks pissed off. I'm going to give you this. And it's got these little gloves on with screw clip fastenings. Yeah, I mean, who's going to... Yeah, oh, never mind. Anyway, moving on. And they just get better and better. A 1/6 scale plastic Matt Damon's head for 12-inch action figures. Now, you see, that's quite useful because, I mean, I used to have action men when I was a kid. And you didn't have this choice. You weren't able to get a famous outfit. You think now you've got your action man or whatever. You'd still play with action men. I don't even know if that's true or not. But if you've got a 12-inch action figure, you can get yourself a 1/6 scale plastic Matt Damon's head, because that's much more fun. Instead of all these fantastic, you've watched a war movie, your action man is kind of reproducing it. No, now you've got Matt Damon. You can play with your Matt Damon. Absolutely fantastic.
For the generations that know their music.
So I think you're really going to like the next track as well. Right, it's a band from Germany, Augsburg in Germany. They're called the Lonesome Artisans. They only formed in 2019. And they kind of combine bluegrass, punk, etc., which a lot of bands do. You get a lot of this sort of merging of musics, which is always brilliant. Well, sometimes it's always brilliant. I mean, come on, with all the few naff ones. But never mind, these are really good. But what they've actually done, and I like this idea, they've kind of it's a sign of the times. They've actually released a album called The Social Dist Sessions. Now, the Social Dist Sessions, basically, it's a tribute to Social Distortion. And they've actually done a lot of acoustic versions of the Social Distortion songs, especially ones that reflect isolation, because the album also is a reflection on social distancing, hence the Social Dist Sessions. So, and I've listened to a whole lot, and it's really good, and it was hard to pick out one that I wanted to play. But I think this one does stand out because it's one of my favourite Social Distortion songs anyway. And anyway, it's the Lonesome Artisans, and it's their cover of Reach for the Sky. Let's go.
Young, I was invincible. Found myself not thinking twice. Never thought about no future. It's just a roll of the dice. But the day may come when you got something to lose. Just when you think you're done paying dues, and you say to yourself, dear God, what have I done? Hope it's not too late, 'cause tomorrow may never come. Reach for the sky, 'cause tomorrow may never come. Reach for the sky, 'cause tomorrow may never come. Yesterday is history, and tomorrow's a misery. But baby, right now, it's just about you and me. You can run, you can hide, just like Bonnie and Clyde. Reach for the sky, ain't never gonna die. And I thank the Lord for the love I have found, and hold you tight, 'cause tomorrow may never come. Reach for the sky, 'cause tomorrow may never come. Reach for the If you please take this moment, try if you can make it last. Don't think about no future, and just forget about the past and make it last. Reach for the sky, 'cause tomorrow may never come. Reach for the sky, 'cause tomorrow may never come. Reach for the sky, 'cause tomorrow may never come. Reach for the sky, 'cause tomorrow may never come.
So, the Lonesome Artisans, you gotta love that song. Okay, let's go to another couple of messages. Who we got? Sharif, what are you gonna tell me about your fabulous purchases? Right, he writes, bought a drone off a Wish last month. Downloaded the app to fly it, put the supplied batteries in it, primed it to fly, pressed the automatic takeoff button. The drone fucked off flying backwards at speeds never to be seen again. £46 plus £4.30 postage and packing done. Well, a drone for £46. I mean, you wouldn't have thought that, would you? You thought it would have gone to space and back, really, wouldn't you? You know, I brought back samples, Mars, something like that. But no, your £46 drone, you set it off and it just went. You know where it went? It probably is programmed to go back to Wish, or, you know, whoever it's sent from. They've probably been selling that same drone now. It's like a kind of homing pigeon, isn't it? You know, because, like a homing pigeon. That's a funny thing about homing pigeons, actually, because, like, they can never get lost. Because if it gets lost, it's just a pigeon. You know that. So anyway, that was poor old Sharif. He'd never seen his drone again. And another message this time of Lauren. What did happen to her? I got really drunk with my dad once and decided to impulse buy us a Van Halen shirt each off eBay. You and your dad were sitting there drunk and you thought, what would be a great idea to do? Should we open another bottle? No, let's go on eBay and get a Van Halen. Anyway, they decided to do this. But I was so bladdered on Jim Beam, I didn't realise what I had actually purchased were two A4 and A3 size Van Halen posters, which arrived at my doorstep some days later to my great confusion. Well, it would do, wouldn't it? I mean, the postman turns up and he's I've got these for you. What are these? You open them up and you've got a couple of, like, posters of Van Halen that you were so drunk you don't remember. And you mentioned to your dad, you know the funny thing, Dad? I just got these posters of Van Halen. And he goes, no, you mean T-shirts? No, Dad. No, posters. No, you mean T-shirts? No, posters. We ordered T-shirts, love, you know. Oh, blimey. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, funny sort of thing, actually. It kind of reminds me of a few years ago, a friend of mine. She bought, she spotted it going cheap. It was a good few years ago, and she bought this kind of life-size poster of Britney Spears, which she got, you know, for her lad who was listening to Britney Spears. Mate, come on. What on earth was a teenage boy going to do with a life-size poster of Britney Spears, eh? Well, that took some getting off the wall. Anyway, moving on. We've got a cracking old band. Yeah, really good. They're called the Pumpers. Somebody recommended, so I got in touch with them, and they're happy to give me their stuff. They're from Machynlleth in Wales, which does actually churn out a few good things. Very influenced by The Clash, very influenced by Two-Tone, as you will hear. And the song is called Two-Tone Cat. Yay, there you go, the two-tone cap. Well, I hope it wasn't wearing little boots with little fasteners in. That would be great. Anyway, that was the Pumpers. Brilliant, love it. Okay, what else have I got here? Let's have a look at these messages. I like this one from AD, and it's an old one he actually sent me before I was doing this, but I had to bring this out because it's actually an Elvira. Yeah, remember her? Elvira, and it's a gel-filled mouse pad. Right, and I don't need to tell you which bits of the mouse pad have been filled with gel. I mean, I can't quite see how you'd be moving the mouse around. Well, it could be comfortable on the wrist, I guess. But anyway, there you go. A very, very, very chesty-looking Elvira gel-filled mouse pad. Got to have one of them. It was only 24 quid when he sent me. I wish I'd got one of them. Really wish I'd got one of them. Anyway, but I didn't. And I'll tell you what else I haven't got either, because Sally, she sent me a picture of, because it's all pictures, so I've got to describe them, so bear with me. And in this case, it's men's underpants. Yeah, what's wrong with that, you say? Well, this is brilliant, because on these men's underpants, sort of like trunk-like underpants, if you like, it's actually the face of a wolf. It's a total face of I think it's a wolf. It might be an Alsatian, but it looks like a wolf. And guess what? Pushes its nose out. Yeah. So it actually makes this wolf look kind of like 3D. It's got this great big, well, great little, depending on who you are, like nose sticking out. That's brilliant. Imagine being out on your first date. Imagine that you go out and you've actually pulled, you go back to somebody's house and you've got that out. Oh, I'll tell you, guess what I've got down here? Look, bit of an animal. Yeah, that would be absolutely great, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's continue with some music. And who have we got? Well, going back to the very, very first podcast we're going to be Bearers Music, we had a band called The Web. They got a few people writing in because they did a track called I'm Not Listening that went really well. And here they are again. Who have we got? Well, this April they released another single, this time in collaboration with a Leeds band, Blood for Bones. Anyway, I like this, so I thought, let's give it a listen. The track is actually called Power Struggle, and it's released under the name of Bloodwebb. There you go, yeah, Blood for Bones and the Web. Yeah, Bloodwebb, Power Struggle, let's go for it. Bloodwebb, power struggle. Oh yeah, I like that. A little bit of something there. Anyway, yeah, a couple of more messages. And actually the next one, this I think is actually one of my favourites. It's not so much it was a bad thing off Wish or wherever Gabby got it from, but yeah, anyway, let's let it speak for itself. Here we go, Gabby. She's wrote, thought I would buy myself a deck chair to enjoy the sun whilst on furlough. Very wise, Gabby, very wise. Wish I'd got one myself. Didn't read the full description, and I bought a deck chair for books and tablets. And yes, it isn't a bizarre purchase if she'd have read it properly. And there's a picture of it, and this is fantastic. It's a little dinky winky deck chair. It is a little deck chair that you can put your tablet or your book on while you sit around. So Gabby got this thinking she was going to sit out there on furlough in the sun. Oh, there's only one thing to say to that. What a bloody Egypt. Love that one, though. That one just made me laugh so much. Okay, and I believe, let me just have a little scroll through the messages here. Yes, Karen, one of you told me. She's put, I just needed these so bad. And it's a photograph. And what are they? I'm struggling to tell. They're like, there's three of them. And they're like busts, you know, like kind of like a little thing with a head on. But the thing is, they're not complete heads. They're sort of like just the front of a face, very front of a face. And one of them is the front of a face, and it's got a hand over the eyes. One of them is the front of a face, and it's got a finger over the lips. So what I'm guessing is that the three of them are supposed to be see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. Except, unfortunately, the third one hasn't got a hand anywhere because it's only the front of the face. There's no ears. There's no ears. So if I'm interpreting this right, what Karen really needs is basically see no evil, speak no evil, but she wants to hear evil. She wants to hear evil. She wants to hear gossip, no doubt. Yeah, that's what I think it is. I mean, who thought of this? Did they get two of the moulds ready and then come to the third one and thought, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe what I forgot to do. There's no ears on it. So anyway, so basically you've got, let me just say this again, you've got see no evil, speak no evil, and do sod all. Yeah, like it. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I want them too now. And the more I see these things, the more I want them. You know, they're no good, but we want them. Anyway, we want music. We also want music, of course we do. As if beer was one music. And at the end of the day, what have we got? Yeah, another Coventry band. Superhooch. Yeah, can't go wrong with them. And this is their latest release, Eat the Wounded. Let's go. So Superhooch, brilliant, love it. Okay, what have we got? Let's skim through a few here. We've had a few sent to me, right? Here's one I like. Home dental kit. Yeah, home dental kit. That's exactly what it looks like. It's got a little box. It's got all sort of things. What do you do with that? I mean, a home dental kit. Do you do it yourself in the mirror? You know, a bit of dental work to be done. So you get your home dental kit, or you get a friend round. You know what I mean? Well, after furlough. I mean, if you're going to be getting a home dental kit, you can't not through furlough, no. But you think, you couldn't come round, could you? Why do you want me to do your hair? No, my hair's all right. Oh, your nails? Should we do nails? No. I've got a home dental kit. I was just wondering if you'd come round. I'm after a cap. Or maybe a root canal, you know what I mean, sort of thing like that. Maybe that's what you do. This one, it was going to come up sooner or later. Whoa. Penis enlargement oil. Penis enlargement oil. Okay. So as far as I can see from the picture, there's a guy, very well built, a good muscular looking fellow, as you would be. Probably a bit like myself. You probably have people see me, but anyway, there he is, and he's covering up his bits and bobs because presumably he's been rubbing his oil in, and to enlarge his penis. Well, it would, wouldn't it? Well, it would. I mean, in all honesty, if I was sitting here now, I'm just sitting here recording, I think I'll take a break. Shall I make a cup of Thai food or something like that, or have a tonics tea cake? And I think, I'll rub some oil into me bits. So I get some oil and I rub it, and sure as hell, it's going to work. You know, I mean, because it's probably going to enlarge, isn't it? So moving on, toe straightener. Toe straighteners. Well, what's this? A little kit where you put your toes in? I mean, toe straightener. Why have you got bent toes in the? I think I've got a bent toe. One of them looks a bit bent. Now, I don't know about putting it in a little toe straightener kit. But if I do want to straighten my toes, I know where to go. And this one. I want some feedback on this because it's rainbow tomato seeds. And it's shown that you get all these like beautiful coloured like tomatoes, yellows, reds, blues, all sorts of things. Is this a thing? Is this for real? I mean, because if it is, I wish to grow rainbow tomatoes. It would be fantastic. Imagine what your dinner would be like. It would be great. Anyway, I want to know. Let me know. Has anyone ever grown rainbow-coloured tomatoes? Please let me know.
For the generations that know their music.
So last week I was lucky enough to play you and him the track by Freewood. And Alec from the band, when he sent me, he also mentioned that he happened to be in another band as well, the Lightweights. And so I thought, why not check him out? He sent me the file. And you know what? Excellent stuff as well. So here you go. From Worcester, the Lightweights. And it's their single, 44. Oh yes, the lightweights and 44. Okay, Genesis, you've sent me something. And what is it? Let's see. It's a picture, and she said somebody round by her is making these, and it's called Funky Mushroom. Let's have a look at this, shall we? As far as I can see, it looks remarkably like somebody's taken a full toilet roll and exploded it somehow. If you can imagine a toilet roll exploded into a sort of mushroom shape. And what they've done is they've probably stuck paste or something on it, and then they've put it on top of a flower pot. So you've got this kind of like flower pot, and I think it's, I don't know, whatever it is that makes it a mushroom. And it's got little bits, little things, little stuff stuck on it. And it's called a funky mushroom. To me, it looks like a pile of old stuff that's been stuck together and somebody chancing it. And that's probably exactly what it is. And you just think that if it wasn't for the fact that when she sent me this message, somebody has then gone on and followed the message up by going, oh, do you know if it comes with the snake and the frog? Because there's little plastic things, a snake and a plastic frog, and they got it stuck on it. This person's actually asked, and I think Jenny's going to look into it or something for her. Or maybe it just comes with it. Brilliant. Anyway, funky mushroom. So people do want this stuff. This is brilliant, isn't it? Anyway, like on a more different kind of level to that, we've got, let me see, what is Wish providing us with? Anal beads. Well, they would, wouldn't they? I mean, considering everything else, anal beads, I would say, definitely got to be on the shopping list. Okay, nothing particularly funny about anal beads. You either like anal beads or you don't like anal beads. But what's funny about this is the little diagram that comes with it, because it's one of these little hand-drawn diagrams, and it makes no sense, because it's got before and after. There's no picture of anything happening with these. It's a little drawing of what I think your butt looks like before, what your butt looks like after. And it makes no sense to me whatsoever. None, seriously, it just doesn't make any sense. But hey, whatever floats your boat. And that brings us nicely to our next record, and it is by London-based Squid. They're kind of a bit experimental. They do quite a lot of interesting stuff. If you listen to the stuff on Bandcamp or wherever, it's quite a good little mix. Anyway, this particular track was released in March, and they've described it as a song about self-isolation. But the thing was, they wrote it well before we were kind of forced into it. So it's their take on self-isolation, which is really great. So anyway, let's go straight into that. See what you think about it. It's Squid, and the track's called Sludge.
Scrape my teeth out on the floor, I don't want any more. Scrape my teeth out on the floor, I don't want any more. Scrape my teeth out on the floor, I don't want any more. Scrape my teeth out on the floor, I don't want any more. Celebrity chefs! But what do they know? I'm lying on my bed with celebrity chefs! But what do they know?
So Matt wrote that Wish is the only place you can buy a shiwi in your basket and nobody cares. Yeah, that's the device I mentioned on the last show. I didn't know what it was called, and everyone said to me, "Oh yeah, it's a shiwi." I mean, so it's a real thing then. You know, I didn't know how many people know about these, but there you go. Matt's reminded me that you can put it in your basket and no one cares. Well, why would they? Who's looking in your Wish basket, Matt? But anyway, but it did remind me of something else I seen at the same time I was looking at that. And it's these kind of animal tube potties for kids. So the idea is, I guess, it's to help potty train kids. And they're like obviously they go into a potty and they're this kind of tube with an animal sort of head, and they've got like giraffes and cats and dogs. Usually one that I can't really identify, maybe that thing that used to be on the bananas, but nobody knew what it was, that sort of thing. And they've got these, and so they're nice and colourful. Kid pees in it, and I guess that the idea is, hey, look at me, I've potty trained a kid. You see, I'm not sure that would work. What if it didn't just potty train the kid? What if he learned that he can pee in animals' mouths? Because you would think that. You see a cat, just sitting there minding its own business. You want to pee. You're a toddler. You'd be told to do it. It could cause so many embarrassing situations. Can you imagine a petting zoo? Imagine the first time you took a kid to the petting zoo after you've potty trained them with colourful animal head tube potty things. Oh, it could just it could go terribly, terribly, terribly wrong. Anyway, I've had loads of fun with these things from Wish. And what I'd like to do now is I'd like to thank all the bands that have been on tonight and all the other shows. And I'd like to thank Keith, as usual, for mixing the show up. And we've got some crackers lined up. I still want you to send me any more recommendations or files if you're in a band yourself that you want me to play, because I'm happy to, really am. I know in amongst others on the next episode we've got Sick Love, Fresh, Raggedy Ann, in Evil Hour and the Blue Carpet Band. There'll be plenty of others as well. And I'm going to finish off with an absolutely fantastic band. I really love these. Hands Off Gretel. They're from Barnsley. That's where they come from. And they've got a great album out at the moment. And it's called I Want the World. So anyway, I've picked a cracking track off this. I think you're all going to really like. Let's finish the show off on a great note. So Hands Off Gretel and Kiss Me Girl. See you next time.
For the generation